Hey everyone, it's Chad here from Colorado Giants. Today we're doing something a little bit different, so be sure to stick around. So in case you didn't pick up on the pun a second ago, we're going to be talking about bees today. My veil's all funky. I washed it, so apparently got a bit of a whoop in there, like an old miner. Anyway, today is February 27th, I believe, and we're going to be looking at the beehives. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you like it, share it with a friend. I'm trying to get to, what I think I said, 1,800 subscribers this year, so we need your help. So let's talk about bees. I have a handful of bees, a little apiary as it's called. Ideally at full capacity, I have 6 hives. Last year, hello, everybody likes beekeepers. Last year I only had 4. Going into winter, I had 3 strong hives. 1 hive that was a little so we're going to pop them open and we're going to check them out. I'm also going to use a trick that I saw on Hickory Hives Instagram for giving them pollen. So let me get my other glove on. I'm still a wuss. I don't like getting stung, and I'm not confident enough to know that it will or won't happen. So I always err on the side of caution, and let's get into the hives. Okay, so here is my my little bee yard. I have room for 4 8-frame hives and 2 10-frames, and I could probably even switch that up to whatever ratio I want. This is on the front half of our property, facing the right direction, so they get lots of exposure to sun. My wind barrier there did not make it through the winter, so another project for me to work on this springtime. So looking at my hives, I see lots of activity from 3 out of the 4. Not so much on this guy right here. This is the one that did not do so well. 2 of these hives, I captured this swarm from a tree and that 8-frame in Parker locally. So those are, local-ish, as local as they can be, hives. And then this one was an Italian package that I bought a few years ago. So this is my 4th year? My 4th year keeping bees. So, I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's pretty fun. And I know there's a lot of pumpkin people that do bees. Plus, this is just, for my family. So, in case you didn't know, overwintering bees is challenging, especially here in Colorado, with the weather being the way that it is. So, that I had 3 out of the 4. I'm pretty happy about that. But you can't let up. This time of year, springtime, like very, very early spring, is still, you're not out of the woods yet. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to pop the hives open real quick, see how they're looking in there. Do we have signs of queen activity? Is there any eggs getting laid yet? How much food do they have? How much honey is in there? And then after that, I'm going to get, that's a pail of pollen substitute. I'm going to put it in that shoebox so the bees can get at it, because right now they're all out. They're looking for food. They're looking for water. They're bringing it back to the hive, and I'm going to help them out. I'm also going to get a paint roller bucket full of simple sugar that I'm making right now, because it's going to be beautiful for the next week. So I'm going to give the bees a chance to get some real good feed in their hives, and hopefully that'll help them spring forward into spring and summertime and be very productive hives this year, and we can get lots of honey that hopefully we'll actually harvest. So let's pop this one open. This looks to be the biggest hive, so I think you can see me, hopefully. So this has been probably the most cool. I popped open nice and easy. Holy Hannah! I was just about to say this was the most productive hive last year. It was the smallest hive, and then it just got to be really rocking and rolling. And man, this is packed full of bees. I'm very surprised to see that many bees for springtime, for where we were at in springtime. I mean, this is extremely full. And they're all the way across, so this is like all 10 frames. I thought there would be a smaller amount of bees, so I didn't even bring any smoke to like calm them down. I am gonna pop off this top frame just for funsies. Yeah, they're getting a little angry at me, but we'll be fast. Because you can kind of judge your resources in a hive off of weight. And this is a very full hive. There's lots of resources in this, just going off the weight and weight alone. It's full of bees and it's full of honey still because it's very heavy. That's probably at least 40 pounds, maybe a little bit more. I do want to pop one frame out just to get a look, see where we're at. Take one frame out and inspect it, and then we'll move on. I won't film the other one because the process will be essentially the same. I'm just opening up the hives, just to make sure everything's good in the hood. If there's stuff that's concerning that I need to worry about, if the bees need help in any way, I can try to help them out a little bit by giving them this, that, or the other thing. And that's all I'm doing right here is I'm just opening them up, taking a look in there, seeing if there's anything that I can help with. But 9 times out of 10, bees don't need my help. They need me to leave them alone. So let's pull out this frame, see what we got. And you can see right there, kind of by my thumb, this frame has some uneven comb, but there's a lot of honey right there that they're getting after. A lot of capped honey still. So I should have brought my frame hook. I'm gonna take one more out. One more out, since that one's a little unideal to look at. Not the best example. Whoop. I just gave them a jolt, so they're not going to be too happy. If you're nice and calm, if you're really calm and deliberate in your movements, then the bees pretty much don't care. But when you kind of break them and you give everybody a jostle, they don't like that. All right, so this frame is full of honey, capped honey. You can see it there. All that white stuff, that is honeycomb that has honey in it, and it's capped. And it's like that on both sides. I don't see any eggs or anything like that. The queen might still be in the bottom half. But what I do see is an abundance of food and honey, so this hive needs nothing from me. Nothing at all. I'm just gonna leave them alone because they got plenty of food. And if they want more food, which is what bees do, and that's what allows us to share in their harvest, then they can have some more. They can have some of this pollen and sugar water that I'm going to give them. But we're going to close them up because they're getting a little unhappy because I'm goofing around with them. Put the lid on, and that is that. All right, so I'm going to do that with the other ones, and then I'll show you what I'm going to feed them. All right, so hive inspection is all done. I gotta say, I think I need some of my beekeeper subscribers help. There's been 4 of you have sent me honey, and I know I'll say Steve. Man, I'm so horrible with names. Hickory Hives. Let me know if you're open to a phone consultation. Comment below or send me an Instagram message. Maybe I'll send you an Instagram message because I think I need some help. There is so many bees in all 3 of my hives. I'm actually concerned about them swarming. February, March swarms are quite common here in Colorado, according to the local beekeeper Facebook groups. And there's already been swarms, and I can see why. My hives are bursting at the seams, and I have room for 3 more. So, I've never done a split before. Maybe some advice on how to make some splits. But other than that, let me show you. So what I did is I boiled some water and sugar. I put it in these 10-20 trays, and with some floaties. You know, they say to use some rocks and whatnot. I don't have smooth river stones, but I do have a bunch of sticks and weeds and stuff. So I give them some. I give them some floaties. So if anybody gets in there, they can swim to the safe place and then they can get out. So, and then their pollen substitute is right here with their sweet cutout shoebox. Look, you even got some customers in there already. All right, well, that's what I like to see. So all in all, I would say that the beehive situation here at the ranch this springtime is looking really good. I'll reach out to you, Hickory Farms, because I know we're friends on Instagram or we follow one another. And if you have any bee advice on what to do with hives that have exited winter with massive summertime-like populations, comment below and give me a little advice. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.